I thought I'd read a story about the Empress from the Shadowscapes Companion book. Shadowscapes Tarot deck is beautifully illustrated by the lovely Stephanie Pumanlaw, and there's also some text added in by Barbara Moore, as well as some fun spreads to try. And I believe that Stephanie Pumanlaw wrote her own meanings for the cards. So this is the Empress. So we got a full page black and white image of the Empress tarot card. Let's read about the Empress, the story. Lady Mother, call the wandering souls. We bring you gifts. They fly near the Empress, dancing in the sky. They paint synchronized kaleidoscope choreographies for her pleasure, and she smiles as she takes it in. Her mind and her thoughts are the conductor to this visual symphony. Gently they lay a crown woven of the first buds of spring across her brow. Jasmine and Lily of the Valley have graciously donated their first buds for your coronae. The spirits sigh, the apple tree man has gifted you with his fruit, and the lady of the fields her grains. These they lay in her basket. With a sudden flourish, the spirits whirl together, then spin off in an explosion of light and music. Farewell, dear lady, they call. The meaning behind the Empress card. Creativity, generosity, patience, love. The Empress is about abundance, experiencing the senses and embracing the natural. She is a creator. She is the mother, fertile and nurturing. Clasped to her body like a child, she holds a basket of the earth's bounty, fruits and sheaves of wheat and glorious flowers. She is the primal essence and embodiment of life and is deeply tied to nature. Crowned in ivy, she is clasped in garments, the colors of the world around her. So I just thought I'd share that because this is so beautifully written, and it's such a fantasy-based, dreamy, intuitive, evoking tarot deck. And I actually bought, this book came with the tarot deck, and I had that first copy that I ended up gifting some time ago, and then I found just the deck on its own because I didn't need another book. I'm actually not sure why I didn't give the book with the deck when I gifted it. I don't even remember, to be honest. But I love that this came in its own little box. I'm a sucker for these boxes. I love it when they come contained and they're not just stuck in the middle of a cardboard thingamajig and then you have to find something for them to keep them safe and secure. This little book that accompanies the deck is actually really good. They're just snippets of her wonderful writing. For instance, the Eight of Wands is the beginning of a long journey toward a goal. A great undertaking is at hand, and it speeds towards reward with hope and momentum. I just love the way the words flow so seamlessly together. And then the deck is just really pretty. There's a Czech edition that is slightly bigger and very laminated, and I did get it once, and there was too much damage or too many discrepancies with the cards and the gilding and that, and it was just totally putting me off using the deck, which was a shame because they were larger images, and I didn't need English writing. That's fine. I'm very good at identifying what each card is quite quickly, but unfortunately, I had to send it back because I was not happy with it. And I think I also got something else from them, the steampunk, and it was the same situation. There were too many. I had to get replacement cards, and I just thought, you know what? So I didn't bother getting any replacements as a deck for that. So anyway, they're not a bad size, but because there's so much intricate detail in her art, they need to be bigger, and they're just really pretty. This is more of a personal deck. I don't use this typically on others, but it is a deck that I haven't pulled out in a while, and I feel like I should. I just chose the Empress randomly because I just felt like it, and I just love the writing. I mean, the writing is gorgeous for all the archetypes and energies. So let's just see what energy we got today. Today is Thursday, April 23rd. What energy is at play? What energy do we need to pay the most attention to? What energy? Oops. What energy do we need to focus on today? Oh, okay, this one was about to fall. This is the Hierophant. So I look at the Hierophant as a teacher, somebody who, the Hierophant can symbolize conformity, and it symbolize structure and values and morals and beliefs. And sometimes that is great, and other times it's stifling. And so you need to kind of separate yourself from that and think outside of the box, I often like to say. And sorry, I don't know, I'm not showing you the card still. It's hard to see a little bit because of the glare, but he's an old gnarled tree. I forget what the name is when it's like a human-like tree. And he has a staff in his hand, and he has all these amazing woodland creatures by his feet. And he has a third eye, so he has great insight and wisdom, a lot of knowledge. So it's looking to somebody who's a teacher or a mentor, perhaps calling those aspects of yourself and guiding someone else and helping them through things, and maybe furthering one's studies. I mean, everything can be done online these days, so maybe going back to school or learning a trade, or getting some extra credits or things like that. That could be something that possibly is a likelihood, or about looking to somebody who can guide you and teach you, mentor you, or you yourself be of that status to someone else. So that's a really nice card. I think of the Hierophant as tradition, and I think of him as stability and structure. Conventionalism, yes. And that's not always bad, but there's so many of us that are unique to that, or we feel like that's just not who we are, and that's fine too. And so it's about finding your own path and your own way of teaching yourself and others how to live that path. So that is the Hierophant. I guess I could also read from the book because it is so beautifully written. Maybe I'll just read a little snippet from the little white book. I just don't want to make this video too long. So the Hierophant. Oh, keep this in the page. The Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant's roots reach deep, entwined around secrets and traditions and ages. He believes in ritual and ceremony, in pursuing knowledge and deeper meaning, and in the rigidity of a belief system. He is the teacher who can help unravel mysteries. So that's very nice, and there's a very stable, sure-footed archetypal energy. But again, it's about also adhering to your own inner calling and your own inner truth. And that isn't always going to jive with conformity or, what is supposedly the norm, whatever that means. So, I think it's really about furthering your knowledge. So if you feel like this doesn't feel right for you and something else might feel better, find out what that thing is and discuss with people, like-minded people, and seek answers, seek knowledge. So I hope that was helpful. And thank you for listening. And this was just a very spur of the moment video, but I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of, it's a very beloved tarot deck that most of us, if not all of us, are very familiar with, the Shadowscapes Tarot. And this is this is the back of the box. So I'm very happy to have it, and I'm happy that I pulled it out last night, and I will definitely be using it today. So thank you so much for watching. Take care.